Hi guys and welcome to another edition of the General Gerry channel, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. Wrestling Jesus is here on the podcast. WJ, how's it going?
All right, Jack in the house here, the General Jerry podcast.
We are, you're probably either listening to us on YouTube or on SoundCloud. This will be put on SoundCloud at some point. I'm looking to do stuff on SoundCloud, so me and WJ, we're going to talk some about that wrestling. That wrestling, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
So, WJ, TNA.
Falling apart, Jer. Sinking ship. Fuck.
They got Celine Dion singing on the top of it, saying the heart will go on, you know. It's just going down the shitter, WJ.
Going down the fucking toilet, Jer.
For anyone who doesn't know, I made a video on it, but for anyone who doesn't know, Bobby Roode and Eric Young have quit TNA. They are no longer with the company. TNA made an official statement on its website. WJ, what's your take on this of Bobby Roode and Eric Young leaving?
Well, obviously there's problems going on if all the wrestlers are leaving, you know. A lot of these guys were made offers by WWE in the past and they didn't leave. They were loyal to TNA, but now they're leaving probably because there's no money coming in or something. There has to be something going on if all the wrestlers are gone, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what I think they fucked up on Bobby Roode was, Bobby Roode, unlike maybe some other TNA talent, he can definitely fit into a main event caliber. For the life of me, I don't understand why they had EC3, Matt Hardy, and I've nothing against Drew Galloway, but it's like, I'd rather have Bobby Roode as a main event. Instead, they gave him a fucking toy championship known as the King of the Mountain Championship, okay? They put him in matches that weren't King of the Mountain matches. So why does he have King of the Mountain Championship? It was a big fucking mess from the get-go. I don't understand what the fuck they were doing, WJ.
And the King of the Mountain title, that's, you know, it's named after Jeff Jarrett. It's like having a Hulkamania title and he's not there or something, you know?
He's in another company. It's like...
It's retarded, Jared. They're fucking stupid over there. It is what it is. But...
We're all wrestling retarded. That's what we need. Fuck's sake, that shit's better than fucking TNA right there. What the fuck are they doing, WJ?
Like Bobby Roode, for some reason, they made him start doing John Cena's moves and stuff. TNA fans, no, it's not the same move. It's the same fucking move. Fuck. It is what it is there. And like they had Eric Young, you know, I had some mental case making me a vid because I was mocking the Drew Galloway situation there.
Oh shit.
This guy was talking about how I said that Eric Young was ripping off Daniel Bryan in the past. And motherfuckers, they were ripping off Bryan. Yeah. Even the fans of TNA got into it. They started doing yes chants and shit like that, you know? Don't tell me they weren't ripping off fucking the Daniel Bryan story. That's exactly what they did, except it looked like shit because it's TNA, you know?
Sorry, go ahead, man.
But like Eric Young was one of their best wrestlers. Like Eric Young, you look at him, he's like 4 foot tall. He has the voice of he sounds like an old 50-year-old man that's dressed up as a woman. His voice, that's the kind of voice that he has there. But he was still one of their best, you know, with the pile driver and one of the best things left in TNA anyway, now that everybody's gone, you know, and now he's gone too. Bobby's gone. So all they have is what? what's the name? The Bobby, the big black MMA fighter. I
Oh, Bobby
forgot his name.
Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Him, Jeff Hardy. Besides that, who do they got? Fuck.
See, back to the Eric Young thing. The worst thing about that was TNA fans were like, "Oh, it's not the same." Motherfucker, they did the storyline exactly the same time as the Daniel Bryan storyline. They weren't even subtle about it. They didn't even wait like a year or 2 years after that shit. They did it practically at the same time, and I was like, if you're gonna copy a storyline, at least be subtle about it. You know what I mean? It's like, I was beyond. Who was the person, by the way, calling you out?
Malacard there.
Oh yes, I know him. Yes, yeah.
Jay, he said that Eric Young, it was the same story. I'm like, after 3 minutes of this, I just changed. I just got out of the vid. I'm not gonna listen to a borderline psycho for 25 minutes there, but
He's definitely a diehard TNA fan. Definitely.
They all have the same attitude, these guys. It's heavy denial, and if you criticize something about TNA, you're stupid, you're bad, you're a WWE fanboy. It's the same excuse for everything. Meanwhile, the company's falling apart, and it's looks like a big steaming pile of shit. But then, no, you're a fanboy. You're a bad guy. But, just look at the Fed. Fuck, look at what's going on. Fuck, maybe these guys can't read, Gerry, and they don't read the stories that's coming out. I don't know.
I mean, you say what you will about Elkhart. I mean, the guy's loyal. I mean,
He's loyal, yeah.
He's loyal. You gotta give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Loyal, but I don't know. You can only be loyal for so much, like, you know. I mean, TNA does put some good matches in. It's just like, it's just every single week or every once in a while, a person leaves. Anderson left last week. Now you got not one but two people leaving TNA. It's like, you know, it is what it is, and they're on Pop TV. As far as I'm aware, the ratings, they have dipped. They are steadily staying on the same path, but, you know, you would want TNA to get better. But, like, I mean, I was checking their website. It was actually, you know, the Smart Busters, they uploaded a video, and the people that left TNA are still on the website.
Still on the website. They have MMA fighters that did an appearance 3 years ago still on the fucking website and shit like that, you know? It's pathetic. They're a pathetic company. There's nobody left.
Austin Aries is still on it. Ken Anderson's still on it. Kurt Angle's still on it. Like, they don't even have them as like past wrestler. Like, they have like a
alumni section there.
It just says current roster on it.
Like, Austin Aries is in NXT, for God's sakes, fighting on television. Fuck, are these fucking stupid keeping him on their roster page? Who's the moron that's handling that shit, you know?
Yeah. It's just a big fucking mess, WJ. I try to give TNA a chance. Like, I really did. A few, like, see, during that the Invasion storyline, I tried to give it a chance, and I said I'm gonna watch the storyline, and then bam, they just stopped it altogether, and I was like, wait, what? That's it? And then Jeff Jarrett went away, and I was like, what did that storyline accomplish? Fuck all, that's what accomplished it. You know,
this Invasion story, you had Jarrett, you had Magnus that was there a week prior, so it just looked like TNA invading TNA, you know what I mean?
Big steroid Chris Masters, yeah. Big steroid steroid guy, get in the veins. Get in the veins, Jeff.
Nobody cares about this, you know.
It's honestly, WJ, there's times where I just say, like, I can't, but like, I will say this, at least some of the TNA fans are loyal. I don't think all TNA fans are like that, where they're just like, oh, you know, TNA's like, I don't think most of them are like that. It's just, unfortunately, they watch it, but they don't really, they know that it's getting worse, but they just watch it for the sake of watching it, you know, because they're loyal to the company. But you have to say to yourself, you know, and it's the same with WWE. Myself, I even question myself watching the fucking product myself. It's not, I'm not just bashing TNA. WWE for me is just getting worse. You know what I mean? It's really bad, but
I bash WWE every single week almost, so it's not a thing that I want to save WWE by bashing TNA. TNA is just cheap. Fuck. Like I enjoyed it, went back when it was new and good and exciting, when you had cool wrestlers there, but there's fuck all. The past couple of years it's been terrible. Fuck.
So that brings us to our next topic, and that is the Hulkster sitting on a shit ton of money, WJ.
Shit ton of money, Gerry. I have to make my vid about that. Forgot, but 115 million, Gerry. Holy shit.
His ex-wife ain't getting none of that.
No.
She ain't getting none of that. But
no. I'm happy for Hogan. Fuck, I know he had his problems there, but I'm happy he got his money back, and you know that's why he ended up in TNA, because he was desperate for money. Fuck.
Now he doesn't even need it. Now he can just basically tell Vince, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he doesn't have to kiss their ass anymore to get his job back or anything. He's floating in the money, Gerry, swimming in money. Fuck.
Money, money, money.
Right.
Check out the bling, you know. But it's honestly though, it's like I think Hogan, this is like kind of his comeback. Kind of almost like, do you think WWE as soon as they announced that, Vince was straight on the phone with him saying, okay, Hogan, you're back? They could take advantage of the story.
If I was Hogan, I'd say, like you just said, go fuck yourself or whatever. I'd go to JFW. Fuck.
I think Hogan wants one more match though, like a match definitive. Because as far as I'm aware, his last televised match was him against Sting in TNA, and I don't think he wants that as his last match. I think he wants one last match in WWE.
Like he's gonna hit the leg drop and it'll come apart like a big piece of Lego. Fuck.
I know, like, even, like, do you remember when Hogan was there in WWE, but before the whole racist thing, he said, you know, brother, me and John Cena might fight at WrestleMania, and basically John Cena said, like, he even publicly said this, John Cena said, I don't really know about that. Like, even Big John didn't even particularly, he was a bit sketchy on it. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
I don't know if Hogan could take the FU from Cena there.
He'd probably snap in half.
Oh fuck yeah! He could beat him with the submission finish, but Hogan's too fucked up to take the big move there. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, because he's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck in. Well, he's not in a bad situation now, but in terms of his retirement, he's kind of in a bad situation because he has the money, no problem, but his last match is going to be that match that was in TNA, and Hogan knows himself that he wants a final match in WWE, but the longer this goes on, the less likely it's going to happen. Even now, I really can't see it happening. You know, they might do it in maybe not at WrestleMania, but like in a random pay-per-view and do it that way. There's a possibility, but even that, it's like, you know, like an exhibition type deal. They could maybe do that, like where they're just like an exhibition between him and John Cena, or do something like that. But
like the WWE doctors, I'm not sure if they'd let him go back if they didn't let Bryan go. Hogan might be a hell of a lot tougher. They wanted to, That was the original plan, but it didn't happen. But unless he does something like the Ultimate Warrior kind of deal when he wrestled overseas for to have like a comeback match, you know.
Like well, he did a comeback tour when he was in WWE or something like that, didn't he? Like he did like a final tour or something, and then I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
I think he had a match against Orlando Jordan in Australia, something like this. So maybe Hogan could do something like that there, some kind of match that he advertises, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make himself fight a big name and have one last match like that. But I don't know if WWE would allow him to. You'd have to go in Mortal Kombat, Gerry, where there's no rules.
Yeah, I mean, Hogan's back is practically collapsed already. It's just like out there. It's
The
just
back, the two fake hips, two fake knees. He can fuck himself up pretty bad if he has one more match. If he has 100 million, he should just stick with that and move on, you know.
He could pay. He could pay for a venue, like pay for a big venue, and then have like an exhibition between him
Like,
and a person of his choosing.
Just do it himself without WWE, you know.
And then just go off in Florida in the sunset and just drive his boat. Away he goes.
Put money and, you know, and like create a federation for one night type deal and have a match against a big name and end his career like that, you know.
Hulk Hogan one night stand.
Something like this.
Or Hulk Hogan barely standing. Hogan barely standing on live pay-per-view.
Well, he was in TNA, and this was a long time ago, and he had to hold on to the ropes just to stand up, you know, so.
Like, he had, like, knee braces coming into the ring because he had, like, jeans or something, and he was just, like, hunched over going like that, but, like, I don't know. I don't know where Hogan goes from there. Next topic is WJ WrestleMania. It's been reported that it's going to be 7 hours long. The main show is going to be 4 hours. The pre-show is going to be 2 hours, and then they're going to have a post-show. I don't know why for an hour. What do you think about this, WJ?
Well, I'll just watch probably the 4 hours, when it's finished or when it starts. I might watch the pre-show, like have it playing in the background and maybe watch the match on the pre-show if they have a match or two, but I don't usually sit there and watch their little NFL wannabe pre-show there.
Yeah. Well, apparently the card right now, the pre-show is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. But what I'm saying is, if it's 2 hours, give or take advertisements and packages, they might have maybe one or two other matches in that pre-show. So you're looking at the guts of maybe two big matches or 3 matches in the pre-show. But
I'll have to watch the Battle Royal then if it's on the pre-show, but.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is that you could have maybe the Bullet Club show up in the pre-show, which would be a little bit, but... I don't know, but... And then you got AJ... Is AJ Styles and Chris Jericho officially announced at WrestleMania?
Yes, that's a Mania match.
So, I mean, Bullet Club could probably show up there as well as a possibility.
They might, yeah.
I'm gonna check the card right now. Actually, well, I'll check actually the comments to see what people are saying.
They added some shit matches recently to it there.
I'll get this up here now. Wikipedia.
And that's like after a 2-hour pre-show, then it's 4 hours long. It gets fucking boring after a while,
Yeah, dude, that's a shitload of matches, like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give or take, it's about 8 matches already, and most of them haven't even been. Some of them haven't been announced yet. But WJ, I'll read some of what people are saying right now, like in the comments. Johnny316, Deadpool, hi General Gerry and WJ. Spaz Phoenix, it's the General and Jesus show. All the originals are leaving ship. And the Wrestling Biz Buzz said, hey Gerry, and TNA is the Titanic, it's going down. Soon Rockstar Spud will be champ. Let's see here. Gerry, the only thing that you and WJ can say that is keeping most of us WWE fans sane is NXT. I was at Bound for Glory 2011. It was a great show, and Sting versus Hogan was awesome. It was all right. I mean, I think going live, it's a little bit different, because like when it's live, it's a little bit more exciting than just watching on TV. It's doomed. I have a video done about it already. It's the Wrestling Biz Buzz. So I'm gonna screenshot the card here, WJ, to see what you think about it here. So there's it there. First match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The participants: Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, and Bo Dallas. Obviously, there's gonna be more people there. Hopefully the Big Show doesn't win it again.
But if it's on the pre-show, then I guess they're not really caring about this anymore.
It must be maybe the Job Squad, the Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, that could win it. Maybe then.
Yeah, it's just a way to put everybody in the matches, I guess. A way to put all the jobbers on the card,
The Usos versus the Dudley Boys, that's a tag match, which I think is a disgrace that it isn't a tables match or a TLC match for Mania, for fuck's sake. And obviously they don't have the titles yet, so...
And this is just a match that came out of nowhere. Nobody gives a shit about this,
I mean, if they want to make it interesting, just have it as a tables match or a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
And they could have done that, yeah.
But, as it stands right now, it's just a normal tag match. Another match that's completely pointless, New Day and the League of Nations really couldn't give a fuck. And the worst thing is, it's for the Tag Team Championships, but it's 4-on-3.
4-on-3?
Yeah, handicap match. Which... I have no idea what's going on there. Like, it's
just a clusterfuck match that they're throwing on at the last second, Just filler.
Kalisto and Ryback.
Same shit. Fucking filler.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks.
Like, we want these girls to succeed, you know what I mean? But it's just not entertaining there.
Just have Flair finger the whole lot of them on the ring, and away you go. The ratings will be up through the roof.
Old man Flair with a bunch of young girls there. I think we need to move on from this horrible concept. Just let him wrestle like on NXT there. Fuck, what were you saying about Flair?
I think Ric Flair booked this shit, to be honest with you, having him surround young girls like.
Pretty soon he'll be making out with them like McMahon and Trish Stratus. Fuck.
He did make out with, didn't he make out with like Becky Lynch or something? He like kissed her or some shit like that.
Fuck, I didn't see that. It must have been a show I didn't see, but
yeah,
nobody wants to see shit like this there. Fuck.
Just Ric Flair giving it 90, fuck's sake.
We're not in the 80s anymore. There, just fucking move on. Fuck.
Yeah. It's the match that nobody asked for, but now people are actually asking for it. It's Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. If Shane wins, he gains control of Raw. What do you think about this, WJ?
Well, it's an exciting match, you know. Well, Wrestling wise, I don't know. There, Shane with his bad looking punches. In reality, the match would last 5 seconds. Taker punching him, it would be finished. So there's going to have to be a lot of fakery in the match to make it last more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I seen Shane train. He uploaded videos on Instagram, right?
Hmm.
And he uploaded videos on Instagram, and he actually looks like in good shape. Here, WJ, can you bear with me just 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say take care of my dog. Here, I'll be 2 seconds.
Like the most exciting part of this match is who's going to interfere maybe to try to fuck with Taker. Some people think maybe Taker's going to beat up Shane and let Shane beat him so that Shane can become the new GM. But is Shane really going to become the new GM, or is Shane just there because there's nobody else to fight Taker? Pretty soon they'll have to bring out Linda McMahon to fight Taker. There's nobody left. Fuck.
Oh man, do you know what the worst thing is? Is that I actually want Shane to win, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I don't want the Undertaker to lose any more at Mania, but the streak's over, so it doesn't particularly matter. But it's like, who did Undertaker get beat by? He got beat by Brock Lesnar and Shane McMahon.
Like
It sounds.
if Shane has his big company, I don't know if he's really going to come back as the GM there. Maybe he'd be there as like a storyline GM and show up once every 3 weeks, but he's not going to work full time for the company. Some people think he's taking over Triple H's real job and stuff like that. It's not happening, boys. Like, we're not going to get the Attitude Era. We're going to get some phony match there somehow. And he's gonna be gone most likely. And even if he does stay, you're still gonna get an hour and a half of pointless shit matches on Raw, every week with 45 minutes of commercials and 45 minutes of decent shit if you're lucky there.
Do you think Shane could turn heel? Like, what they could do? What I heard was a rumor saying that Shane will turn heel. He'll join Triple H, and then like he'll try and dethrone Vince. So then Vince would turn face or some shit like that.
There's more conspiracies than the death of Chris Benoit when it comes to this match, Gerry. But I think either way, we're fucked in the future.
We're fucked. Jesus Christ, this card is shite. I'm sorry, I have to fucking call it like it is. What type of fucking horse shit is this?
Like, there's 3 matches with names. The rest is garbage, right? Just by looking at it, yeah, those 3 are the only ones that matter. Like, who the fuck cares about the other matches?
Fucking hell. It's like, I thought, like, because what I did was I did a video comparing last year's WrestleMania card to this one, and at least there was, like, a few matches like, I only, like, judged it on paper, so not the outcome of the match and how it was, but how it is on paper. But on paper, this is fucking garbage. I don't know what they're going to do, and, I mean, are they going to plan another match? I mean, they're going to need another match. That's
like, yeah, they need a couple of other good matches, but there's nobody there. Fuck, like Dean Ambrose against Brock. They don't have Jericho written on this list. That's a match that's gonna happen. It should be good wrestling, Jericho and AJ.
Mhm.
But like Dean Ambrose and Brock, are they gonna have just another suplex match where Dean Ambrose just takes suplex, or are they gonna make Dean Ambrose beat him up, which is gonna look unrealistic? That's gonna be another match there, probably like Shane, where the big guy beats him up, and somehow he grabs a weapon to get a bit of offense in the match. You know, the small guys are gonna grab weapons, and I don't know, fuck.
And then we go to the main event. um, um, Jesus Christ, I can't believe this is the like. I like Roman, right? I really do. But the way Roman has been built up to this, they're making him like the underdog. He shouldn't be the underdog. I don't understand why people are doing this, but Triple H versus Roman Reigns, WJ. What do you think about this?
Oh, fuck, I think it needs something more. The match should be okay there. It'll be okay, but like there's no way that this can be like a great quality match, like a Shawn Michaels match. It's just impossible with the two wrestlers that are in the ring. Like Triple H is okay, but you know, it's more like a brawl kind of match, and they might bust out some blood there because it's Triple H and he gets to do what he wants, the others can't. But I think that's how they'll save this match. Probably Triple H is going to bleed, and it'll give the illusion that something's going on, you know?
Um, One of the main factors that we're missing here is Rock, which I think people have forgotten about. Um, The Rock is at this WrestleMania. Would you? I mean,
I
obviously, you would think he's going to fit into this match, but could he fit into any others, or could he be in an actual match?
I think he's just gonna have another segment there where he comes out talking, probably. Because if he was in the match, they probably would have advertised it to sell tickets, you know.
Do you think? Do you think then he could be in Roman Reigns' corner and Stephanie's in his corner?
Maybe
They could
something
do
that they,
that.
yeah, they
Maybe.
could.
Maybe that's the build up between now and Mania. Like The Rock will show up, so don't be surprised if The Rock shows up. I think on Raw.
Maybe the final Raw before Mania, but because it seems like the match needs an extra little something, you know, like Triple H against Dean Ambrose was okay, you know, but it
hmm
wasn't like a great match. And Reigns is even cheaper than, like, way cheaper than Ambrose in the ring. So,
hmm Yeah, it's
you know, if it's WrestleMania, you need something big, and this is after 4 hours of wrestling. There, if this is the main event, it better be good because people are going to fall asleep on it, especially with 2 hours of preview. You'll be asleep before the show starts, you know? So they'll have to do something big to keep the audience, or else it's going to be another Triple H against Randy Orton type of scenario there where people won't
don't.
talk.
If you just excuse me, I'm gonna grab a dog here because I think he's like trying to get out from the fence. Fucking dog.
Yes.
I'll just bring him out. It'll be only 2 seconds.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like there's just 3 matches, and AJ Styles against Chris Jericho should be good wrestling. Jericho can have a good match against anybody pretty much, and AJ Styles can do lots of different moves. Jericho should be able to, you know, handle the wrestling of AJ Styles there. So that should be a good enough match. And Dean Ambrose has the baseball bat with barbed wire, so that's going to be his big thing for this match. Somehow he'll get the upper hand and bust out the baseball bat or whatever.
Alright, I'm back here. He's safe and sound here. The dog, he's a wee shit, so he is, for fuck's sake. My dog, for fuck's sake. But yeah. Um, right. So obviously, it just to me to like, what were you talking about there, WJ, about still Triple H and Roman?
Um, I think the last thing I said about them is that they need to try to keep the fans' attention after 4 to 5 hours of watching wrestling. There, they need to put on a big match, or else it'll end up being something like Orton and Triple H, where the fans just don't care.
Well, the rumor is that this match is going to be somewhere in the middle, and I hate to say this, but the rumor is that this here is going to be the main event, which I don't think's a good thing. If I had to call it, I think this is going to be the main event.
Yeah, that would make
Um,
more sense. You got the company on the line and Taker and stuff there.
and it does make sense to have that as the main event because, like you were saying, you don't want another Randy Triple H shit going down. You know what I mean? And everyone's gonna be booing it. Like it's safe to say, even with The Rock, there people are still gonna boo. You know, just look what happened to the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
That's what
Um,
they'll have to rely on, shit like that. Rock, we might get an Austin segment. People are going to say that the show is great because a couple of guys are going to do segments there. But wrestling wise itself, the card doesn't look that hot. It looks like an average pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like, well, I know you're gonna do some. We'll probably not do predictions now because, like, safe to say that there's still a few matches to be announced. But like, my prediction so far is the Dudley Boys, New Day. I'm gonna go with Ryback. I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks. Gonna go with Taker. Gonna go with Ambrose, and then I'm gonna go with Roman, and then I don't really give a fuck who wins that shit. Um, WJ, do you want to give quick predictions now, or do you want to wait till another date?
Well, when it comes to Ambrose, I think they're gonna have Brock win, but Brock is gonna beat him up. You know what I mean? And Ambrose is gonna come out looking like the little engine that could. There, like Rudy from the football movie. He tries Gerry. He'll get a couple of big moves on him and stuff, but he's not gonna win the big match, I don't think, but he'll come out looking tough, like he didn't quit, kind of like Steve Austin against Brett when he got, he lost, but he didn't give up, kind of deal against Brett, and he came out looking strong in losing. I
Uh,
think they'll do something like that with Ambrose, but
do you think it's safe to say Ambrose is gonna be champion this year? Because like it's very clear people are not gonna give a fuck when he wins the championship. So do you think there's a possibility of him winning the championship sometime this year?
maybe, yeah. He'll eventually get it for sure, so it should happen soon enough.
Hmm. Um. Okay, so we're done with the wee card there. I'll just check and see if there's any. I don't think there's much news anyway, WJ today. So no, it's just pictures of Eva Marie on the newsfeed for fuck's sake. Um, yeah, you know what culture have fuck all articles when they're just the last article's just the Hogan thing which we've covered. There's fuck all news today. Um, but yeah So, WJ, what I do in every podcast, right, is that I have a general Gerry playlist on Spotify, right?
Okay,
You can pick if any three songs and it'll be added to the playlist. So, any three songs you want.
3 songs. Enter Sandman, sure, from Metallica.
Enter Sandman.
Fuck, what else there?
Let's see here. Metallica. I'm just gonna stick that on now. All right, that's on WJ.
Give them Still DRE from Dr. Dre. Fuck.
Still Dre. Okay. See here. Dr. Dre. Let's see, get this here. All right, there we go. Okay, that's in now. Oh, it's a dude. I'll just add it anyway. Yeah, go ahead. What's the other one?
Give them Ring of Fire from Johnny Cash, I think.
Is that for all the butthurt people in the YWC, WJ?
Get a nice mix, a variety of different songs there.
All right, so you can check out the songs that WJ just added on my Spotify playlist. You just type in General Gerry playlist on Spotify. Spotify is completely free. You can get, like, you know, if you don't want advertisements playing on songs, you can pay extra. But honestly, it's a completely free service. You go on Spotify Premium, and yeah, and then you can listen to the songs WJ added. Also, there's a few songs that Sean's View Entertainment added last time I did a podcast with him. So, all in all, a great show. WJ, do you want to plug your stuff right now and your channels and your Twitter and stuff?
YouTube.com/WrestlingJesusTV14. And I got my Twitter at WJYouTube.
And you can check him out on Twitter and go on his if you like. Also, if you type in Wrestling Jesus, all one word, it actually your channel pops up automatically as well, which is good because, you know, remember before it was the classics one that was on top. Now, whenever you search it, you're the one that's on the top search now.
On the top of the mountain there.
King of the Mountain. King of the Mountain Championship. So thank you so much.
With myself, Gerry, on YouTube.
So thank you so much for watching, guys. WJ, do you want to sign us out?
Until next time, peace.